Hi everyone, today I want to show off the best item I have found so far after around 2 months of blasting Diablo 4. Now you may think, well, it's just a pair of pants, but man, look at those rolls. We have a perfect, all damage reduction roll, we have a perfect close damage reduction roll, and an almost perfect distant damage reduction roll. And then you have one extra stat you can put on this. And this is 756 item power, so this is decent enough. So the only thing you lose from not having higher item power is a little bit of armor. You see here that it's a 1-to-1 ratio between item power and armor on the pair of pants. But it really doesn't matter all too much. And there's one really good trait of this pair of pants, which is that the last remaining stat I want to roll here is percent armor. And that is a very easy stat to roll. So you might have seen my other crafting video where I talked about this website here, the D4 Craft, and there is a certain priority stat system when you roll an item at your cultist. So for example, when you go to pants here, you see that there are these priority affixes like potion capacity, potion drop rate, thorns, etc. And those will always appear as one of the two choices when you reroll an item at your cultist. Now, in the case of pants, there are actually a lot of these priority affixes, but this is not always the case. So if you go back here and, for example, we choose a ring, then you'll always get critical strike chance. Every time you roll a ring, there will be critical strike chance, unless it's already present on the affixes that you're not trying to roll. So you can use this to your advantage in the case of basically any item that you're trying to roll. If one of these is missing, it is much easier to get than another. And I'm gonna try this live right now. So let's roll this a little bit, just making sure that we can see the results here. So I'm gonna roll off the Blizzard because this is something that I don't really want. I'm not really trying to deal damage with Blizzard with my sorcerers here. And the good thing is that this is actually a very universal pair of pants as well. It can be used by any class. I imagine this would actually be worth quite a lot. Probably like a few 100 million gold, I imagine. So even with my 130 million, I don't think I would be able to afford a pair of pants like this from anyone. Maybe on hardcore. I guess on hardcore items are generally worth a bit less because they are more fleeting, I guess. But let's see. So let's try to roll percent armor. There is also the possibility to roll on maximum life. So it'll be kind of similar to the pants I'm already wearing. But I would have this close damage reduction instead of the burning damage reduction and a much higher value. Because when you upgrade this to +5, yeah, you get plus 50% of the base value as extra stats. Anyway. Let's see what you get. And whoa. Alright. I guess I'm done here. So, first roll, 4.8% armor after all. That was easy. Didn't expect that. But, well, here we go. This is the perfect pair of pants, I guess. That, yeah, it's basically universally useful for any build. So, I just want to show off this kind of pair of pants because it was such a rare find for me. I've leveled many characters now to level 100, and this is definitely by far the best piece that I have found in terms of how close to perfection it is. Just a 0.5% on a distant damage reduction, and that's it. So I'm very glad with those pants here. Now in this case, you can also extract an aspect and put it on here. So we do this, we make it a legendary, and then we add another socket and upgrade it, and you're gonna see the final result. So here we go. This is the upgraded pair of pants. Look at that beauty. So this is definitely something worth holding on to for basically any build. And part of the reason why I wanted to make this video about this pair of pants in particular is that I wanted to highlight again the importance of these defensive stats. Because I hear from a lot of people that they have issues surviving with their builds, especially when they enter torment difficulty, for example. Or just in general, they feel squishy when I don't really expect them to be, for example, when they're following some of my guides. And I think very often the reason is that people underestimate how much defense you can actually have on a single pair of pants or a single chest piece, for example. It's kind of the same stats on the chest piece. So you see this here, there's also damage reduction, armor, life, etc. And these are very, very valuable stats. Even though they got nerfed recently, they still provide so much damage reduction. You can see here, a single one of these rolls is almost worth like a legendary aspect, basically. Having these 4 defensive rolls on your chest and your pants, unless you really need like a certain skill roll, for example here on the sorcerers you have mastery skills there, you can roll Blizzard, Meteor, etc. Maybe you want to give up one of these rolls for one of these skill rolls in case you're playing such a build. But for the most part, a perfect pair of pants looks exactly like that. Now, in some cases, depending on the build, you may not like this close damage reduction or this distant damage reduction. Like if you're playing a melee build, then distant is not so valuable. And maybe on a rogue, you would take something like poison damage reduction, or on a sorcerer, so you do the burning damage reduction like I have on the other pants here. But in general, this is an insane piece here. Of course, I have found a bunch of other really good items on my way so far, but this is something I wanted to highlight specifically. And if you have also found some really cool loot yourself, and you are on my Discord, so we have a lot of members here, maybe you want to check it out if you're not there already. We have a lot of D4 channels, including the item showcase. I'd be really curious to see some almost equally perfect items, or maybe a true perfect item from someone. So let's see what you got. And that's it for this video here. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what is your best loot, and see you guys next time.